Okay, so I'm gonna break down some chart, and then possibly find some trades. Don't know. See what we have so far in here. Okay. All right. So this one, I took this. I'll make a little like review on the trades that I took. This week, it's been so 1 minute trade I took on a GBP AUD was this one, based on this signature pattern, super clean pattern. So there was the last candle. We had this consolidation. We had this break structure in here, and then break structure to the low, broke structure here, collected all the stop losses on the bottom, on top, and then I identified the banker's candle here. I put my fib. I checked out. I found the engulfing setup on the 5-minute time frame, and then 15 actually, 15-minute time frame, and I marked it up. It was a nice big candle, nice big volume candle. So I marked it up, set my sell limit here, and then waited for the market to come up, test that candle, and then down from there. And that's where I would be making profit once it drops after mitigating this candle on the same level, and then drop from there. That would make some money. And then a while, wait. Each candle is 1 minute. So these took like quite a while. But eventually it came up, mitigated the candle, and dropped from there. Got my 5-to-1, made 5%. Now this was an example trade which I did lost on it. I lost 1%. So after winning trade and losing this one, I made 4% profit. So that was that for this trade, for this pair. Then I had Euro GBP on this one. This one I had a sell. I think it was a sell. Yeah, so this one has a sell. I took a loss on it. This was right here. Kind of a all consolidation, break a structure. So high and low. Collected all the stop losses here, all the stop losses there. And then I waited for it to mitigate that candle right here. I had some imbalance in here. I had a nice banker's candle in here. So it came up, it mitigated it, and then it took me out. So I lost on this one. Game like, I think like 3-1 or something. Actually more than that. But then it just reversed and started to consolidate, and then went back up. So this was a loss. Now subtract the loss from my win. Since on the last pair I won 4%, so minus 1% here. We had 3 so far, and this is kind of nice. I just saw this this signature pattern. I think maybe like a higher time frame. Yeah. Let me see. 5 minute, 15. Because then it just dropped. Okay. Well, it didn't mitigate that candle. But that's okay. So yeah, this was a loss on here. So now I'm at 3% profit. And then next one, I took 5 trades, and out of those 5, I only had to win one single trade, which I already did that. Well, let's see. This is the second. Oh yeah, this was the really far trade. I didn't take that one. I know for sure I took this one because I have it all marked up, and I saved it. So this one I had nice consolidation, like in here. I did a nice break of structure to the top. Collected all the stop losses here, all that. So like basically broke that box, broke the top of it, and then nice big moves, which of course banks. Then I knew they had to come down to mitigate that candle right there, which they did, and then they took off. And how would I know that? Well, because the strategy that I've learned really works. So how would I know that it will come down exactly to that point, to this level, and then take off? Well, that's what a strategy allows me to do. So I know exactly what to look for, and I know exactly how the banks are moving. So, and it took off. I made 5% on this one, or 5. So I risk 1% here. And the stop loss was, so from the entry to the point here is 1.1 pip. So super small stop loss, massive reward. That's how we protect the 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So this was nice 5% here. Now from the last trades I had, that was 3% left plus this 5. I'm at 8% gain so far. 8% profit. Really good. And next trade is this one. So I'm at 8% gain so far, right? Let's see. It looks like I probably had 2 trades in here, but let's see. Okay, this is the one I took. I did not take the lower one. I took the most recent because this is what I had marked up. Okay, so this was a loss. I mean, clearly you can see that this was a loss, and this was a 3-minute time frame right there. So I had a box in here, whole consolidation, but I didn't see this one in here. It was just too big and stuff. So I figured I'll take the small one because the market was going down here, and I did find this like signature pattern, but I'm not sure if it's been taken. Yeah, it's been taken out. But there's also this signature pattern here that I did not see, because once I took this loss, I went to the next trade. So, but basically, I had this consolidation in here. Had this break of structure. So on the 1 minute, you can see it's much more clear, like what happened here. On the 1 minute, it's super clean. So like you can see, nice consolidation. It's all going sideways, and then you have a nice break of structure. All impulsive candles. Same as here, and then took all the stop losses here, and then came down. I thought this would be on the trim, that would be a banker's candle here, but clearly they wanted to take all the stop losses even to the bottom, and looks like they mitigated this. Let's see. Yep, they mitigated this candle in here. So, and then they took the market up. So, but yeah, basically took a loss in here, which is only 1%. So 8 minus 1 is 7, so 7% left. Next one. This is the last trade I took. I think I lost on this one, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, right here. Yep. So I lost on this trade. I had this consolidation here. I had this break structure to the top, but what I didn't see was the on the bigger move and stuff, the consolidation all the way from here. Like it was just all going sideways. Basically, banks are setting up the trap, and I really didn't see that, and I fell into it. So because I took this and stuff, and I sold from here, but it was still going all sideways. See, which was my mistake. Which I know, like next time, I'll just look at the bigger picture, see if there's anything else. If it's all going sideways, then I just won't take a trade. Okay, so like basically that was the trade that I took on your AUD. So this was minus 1%. Left with 6%. So basically 6,000 made on the account. It was good growth. And then today I'm gonna be looking for more trades just to see what we have. What we have like going on. All right, so I do have this candle I can hear, the big one. I really like that one. And I'm only trading the 1 minute. I'm not trading nothing else. So here you have like markets kind of, like going sideways and stuff from here. And yeah, this huge news or something happened here. And then you have this high, and then it drops down, breaks the high. Looks like it's going back into it. There's a last candle up, which I'm only going to be taking the banker's candle like by itself today. I'm not going to be using any other confirmations, and I'll see how powerful it is just taking a banker's candle by itself. So this will be my first trade, which I'll move it here. Let's see anything here. Yeah, so the same thing here. Have this candle there, and it's it is going up. So I'll set this one. Oops. All right, so this is just This is just, I'm going to be taking a trade only from the banker's candle itself without using any confirmations at all. So like basically, I want to show an example of how powerful this strategy is, even without using any confirmations. And there's like 6 of them or so. Without using any confirmations, I will show how powerful this strategy is. So, all right. So this will be second trade right here, and the third. Let's see. Here, I have this. Let me delete all this. All right. So it's pulling up. I want to see where it's pulling up into. Like, what is it pulling up into? Seems like this one right here. Something in here. Maybe like 3-minute time frame. Let's see if there's a. Okay. Yeah. So there's a 3-minute time frame banker's candle right here. You had this uptrend, it was still going up, and then boom, it broke in the structure. And on the lower time frame, there was a signature pattern right here. So all of this consolidation, it's all sideways stuff, right? And then it broke in the structure all to the tops, and then dropped, broken into the bottom, and now it's pulling up. Seems like something on a 3-minute time frame, which is this candle right here. So, and also there is nice banker's candle here, which I'll just take. Like, even if I lose one of these trades and win the other, it's not a problem, because the win's going to be a lot greater than the loss. So the win's going to be 5%, loss is only going to be 1%. So basically, and I'm just taking any banker's candle that I can find. All right. So this is just an example. This is not me taking them on the live account. This is just me showing you an example of this strategy. Like, this is just marking up the bank candle and taking a trade. That's it. There's no confirmations. I'm not using any of the 6 confirmations that I would be normally. So we'll see what happens. And I'm doing 5 trades. Well, maybe let's actually do. Let's count how many. So let me see. Let me see. I have this candle in here. It is pulling up. You have this candle in here. If it breaks this structure, I'd be buying from this candle. Well, that's right. That's right. No using the confirmations. Okay, so let's just go by the candle itself. All right. So use this candle in here. And take a sell from there. And then, so this is that. And then this one. Okay, so this one's pulling up. And then, what is it pulling up into? Looks like it's already, well, let me see. I want to go on a 1 minute. Yeah, let me check the other trades I had on here. I want to go on the 1 minute and see what I had in here. Now that's gonna change because yeah, I'm gonna take this one instead. This big one. I'll take that one instead. Somewhere in there. I'll mark up the top of the candle that I know where the stop loss. Okay, so right here. Okay. Okay, so also, well, I will take that candle in here as a trade. Oops. Okay. So I have these trades marked up in here. I might actually add a little bit for the stop loss, like just in here or so, and then go 5 to 1. All right, so there's 2 trades in here, and I think this is our last. No, so this one also there's. All right, so this one's pulling up. I want to see what it's pulling into. It looks like something in here, in there. Okay, now let me delete everything here. That way I don't have nothing confusing. Okay, and then this is gonna be interesting because I'm trying to like eye it where the fib would be, even though I'm not supposed to use any confirmations. But let's see. I mean, it's already in a candle, which I do like that. That's basically came into one of them. So there's one right there. This is the well. Let's set the stop loss. Also, it's going to be at the top in here. So, and if we place a trade in here, it's like basically in it already. And the stop loss at that candle here, and then 5 to 1 right there. All right, now this candle's it's pretty big, but I will still use that candle for the entry, and we'll see what it does. It's basically now running in profit, but we'll see. So it's a massive like candle and stuff, but well, it's actually like it's pretty big. And I actually, you know what? I will use this one. I will use that candle as a entry. Let's have my stop loss in here. Yeah. I'll use that one as an entry, and I'll go stop loss in there. Entry, entry in here. Yeah. Now the reason I took that one. It looks a lot better than, like, it's nice and gold candle versus this like mess right there. So I do like this candle. Plus you have this. Well, I won't go into the confirmations, but I'm gonna use that candle for the entry. So, and I'll wait for the market to come up, because and the target's only gonna be 5-1, not 13. So right there, that's good enough. Okay. All right, so let's count how many trades I have going. Oh, okay. Well, this is already like one. Wow. Okay. Well, that was fast. Wow. Look at that. That's already 5-1. That's done. And it just happened. Awesome. So let's see how long it took. Like from the entry to my target, it took, wow, 8 minutes, and out with 5-1. 8 minutes and 5% already done. Unbelievable. This is beautiful. See, I knew like this candle was really nice looking candle and stuff, and all the confirmation would be there if I used the confirmation, but I didn't. So I just used the banker's candle itself, and got a beautiful 5-1 minimum drawdown, like nothing. The stop loss, like if I count it in pips, it's less than 2 pips. 1.9. So 1.9 pips. That's not bad. That's really, really good. All right, so this was a win. And this one's in profit already. This one just came in, mitigated, and then drops. So this one's running. But I already like made a win and stuff, so I can afford to lose all the other trades and stuff. So this is one. So the win trade, this one came close. Looks like it went down. I guess I didn't really set the trade up there, did I? No. So, which I'll wait for this one too. So that's 3 trades in here, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 trades so far. Which basically I just have to win. I have to win like 2 of them, and that's it. Which one's already a winner, and this one's in profit. So after winning 2 of them, I will make 10%. And the other ones that aren't even in the trade, or the other ones that did not get me into the trade, like did not activate my sell limits and buy limits, I will delete them, because, well, if they're not there, then there's no point to take that trade. So but yeah, I'll delete them, and then we'll calculate the wins, and that's basically it. But this one might take a while and stuff. We'll see how quick it goes down there. It goes to the target, but I mean, like the first one was just ridiculous. Like, but the good question is, ask me, how would I know this? Like, how would I know to take trade right here? I marked it up, and then I set the sell limit here. And then how did I know to do that? How do I know that it's going to come up exactly to that level and then drop? Well, this is another example of how this is not a retail trading. This is smart money trading. This is much better way of trading. So this is much more profitable. This is accurate. This is like basically professional. That way you like you know like what to look for, and you can trust the strategy instead of like if a retail would be trading, they would see this and they would trade basically. Well, they would basically guess, like they would get in scandal and stuff, and then they see it like just it's going down, so they might sell a little bit, and if it drops a little more, they'll close it right away. But that's not professional trading. That you're basically guessing. You have no idea what's gonna happen. Like you don't know why it's dropping. I do. And why is it dropping? Well, let's see. Because it is going to mitigate a banker scandal. And looks like all right. So if I use my confirmations, I can see this downtrend in here, basically, but a higher time frame. Okay, on a higher time frame, we are going down. Like we are in a like massive downtrend. All right. So, but what I can see from here is I had these little structures in here, and they broke the structure with this massive candle. So it's basically going down to somewhere like to break even. But also, what I see in here is I have this structure in here, which is broke the structure with this massive candle. And I broke the structure with this massive candle. And if this one closes, in about 1 minute or so, somewhere, let's see, 57, 8, 9. Okay, so 1 minute left for this candle to close. If it closes somewhere here, I have a break of structure out below this low in here. So that means that we would have like a signature pattern on the lower time frame. So you go to the 5 minute, this little consolidation here. So let's see, I'll put this in the box. All right. And then I'll drop even to the 3 minute, and there it is. And then I'll drop to 1 minute, and there it is. And there's more consolidation for you right here, which it had a reason to break the consolidation to the top first, to take this banker's candle, mitigate there, and then drop. So it did that, but then also I have a trade setting up after it went up, took all this liquidity, mitigated that candle, broke even on the orders. Then they drop down with nice big candles, right? And that just clearly tells me that this is all banks. So then they still have to mitigate this last green candle here, which means that they're gonna come up there and they will mitigate that at one point. So I can mark this one up, and I can take a trade up there, and then set my stop loss at the wick. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then go for another 5-1. That's it. So, all right. So that's first trade. Second trade. Let me see. Oh, look at that. That's already running, almost hitting my target. Look at that. It's like halfway through. Beautiful, beautiful trade. And Same question here. How did I know to sell from this level? Like, how did I know to sell there? Doesn't happen by luck. There's no emotions involved. There's no me selling from here and holding my fingers. Hopefully it's gonna go down. No. I know exactly why I'm selling there. And I know exactly what it will do. Which I'll hit my target. That's basically, afterwards, after it hits my target, I don't know what it does. All right. What I care is for the market to hit the target. And at this point, what I would have done is I would have put my stop loss somewhere like in here, like 1-to-1 reward, somewhere in there. I would have set my stop loss in there. All right, on my live account. If I did, if I took this straight on the live. But this is just an example, like I said before. This is just an example of trades with banker's candle by itself. No confirmations, nothing. Just the candle itself. So let's review the other trades. This one still hasn't mitigated yet. I do like this candle in there. I do like that one. Which I'll mark it up. I can afford to take less if I do. It's fine. But let's see. Now, would I take this trade on a live account? No. This is just an example, like I said. I actually want to take some losses in here just to show you that even with losses, I actually want to take more losses than I take wins. Like if I can take at least 3-4 losses, oh, that'd be perfect. That would be amazing because I know that people say, what do you mean it'd be amazing? Like, you're taking losses. I'm like, yeah, I took 2 wins. They'd be like, yeah, but you take 4 losses. I'm like, yeah, and I made 10% with wins, and I lost 4% and ended up with 6. And then they'd be looking at it and be like, how is that even possible? Well, it is possible if you know what you're doing. So it's kind of funny how a lot of retail traders that I was in one of the groups and stuff, and they were like, I made a post about like taking wins like 5-1, and they're like, so is that a demo account? And I'm like, no, it's a funded account. And they're like, oh, okay, so it's not a real account, is it? And I'm like, well, it's still like a demo account, but it is a live account because it's a prop firm's account. So basically, like, it's not your money, it's their money, but you given that money, that account with that money to trade it and then keep some profits. Keep like 90% of all the profits that you make. So if I make $20,000, I can keep 18. I can keep like whatever, right? So, or if I make like let's say $100,000, right? I can keep $80,000, $90,000 in profits. So out of all those profits, I pay 10% to the firm. I keep 90% for myself. So, but yeah, let's see. This one looks like it's dropping, but still not there yet. This one looks like it's coming up slowly, but that's okay because this one already won, and this one looks like we had a little pullback in here. That's okay. I'll just make this longer. That way I know exactly where it closed me out. So this was a good trade. Definitely a good trade. And so this was like, had this like massive brick of structure. That's basically what I saw. I saw this nice up, like, nice structure here, and then all of these lows in here. And like, look at that. That's so, like, for the banks, this is what they want. Like, this is what they did. I mean, massive candle. That has to be institutional candle. Look at this massive candle. It's all created like nice little consolidation, and then they create. They choose to go up, and look, all of these lows that they created, all these. Look at that! Boom, took them all out. Yep, took them all out, and then look at that, immediately drop back down, move the market down, and again created this little highs in here. And look at that, boom, took them out again, and then basically to break even with this candle and stuff, because after it started to drop, they had to come up and break even on their orders and stuff. And this is a massive volume candle. This is huge. But they broke even, and then afterwards they dropped all these massive red candles. Look at that. That's all banks. And then they came up, all these green candles, the massive green candle, that's all banks. Then they broke even here, and then they dropped the market down to mitigate something all the way to the left. But they still have this candle to break even. So once they do that, then it looks like there's another news event coming up, which is, oh, that's gonna suck. So yeah, that won't be fun. So, but hey, they might just put a candle like this all the way up into here and then drop immediately from there. I mean, who knows? So at this point, I know exactly what's going to happen. I just had to wait for it. So, and this one starts to consolidate, but really doesn't matter what it does, because at this point, I mean, since this trades never got me in and just keep on dropping, I can delete them. So I can delete that pair. With this one, okay, so this one is dropping. I will keep the here. I'll keep here, and then I'll delete this one because like it never went up all the way up there, and that's like a big trade. So that didn't happen. Yeah, out of all these like 5 or 6 trades, I'm not taking all 5. You know, if some of them didn't came up to mitigate a candle and just went into different direction and stuff, I don't have to take that trade. I don't have to wait for it to be mitigated. So I don't have to wait for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I can, but for a quick example that I'm trying to show you here, that's it doesn't really matter if I delete it, because it just saves me from taking more losses. So in this one, it still has a long way to go up. So I'll just delete that since we're not even close. All right, and then I will wait on this one and see what it does. So basically, we're 1 in profit, 1 win. I'll take that one out too. It's probably another good trade in here and stuff, but that's okay. So I'll take that one out. And then, so this one's in profit. I'll wait for this one to hit the target. That's fine. And then I'll wait for this one to mitigate. If anything, if this one blows through, that's perfectly fine, because I'll only lose 1%. After making this 5% here and another possible 5% here, I'll be at 9% gain. That's it. I mean, that's literally how easy it is. And I've been on this live session for 45 minutes now? 45 minutes, and I already made 5%. gain on this one single trade, and then already running in profit on this one with almost 2-to-1. So, but I'll wait for them. We'll see what it does. It might take a bit, but it's worth it. Even if I lose these trades, like this one, let's say it goes back up and just takes me out, right? I lose that one and I lose this one, let's say, right? That's okay. I mean, still making 3%, so there's no problem. I can just delete this and minimize my losses because it's not even in there. But I want to see what it does. So I want to see how this trade will turn out. I mean, I can take another trade in here from this candle. I can do that and just maybe do like 3. Yeah, I do 3 or maybe 4. Yeah, I can do 4 on this one. So 4-to-1 here and then 5-to-1 there. So let's see. There is a reason I took that candle, by the way, as my entry. So it's really not that complicated and stuff, how to trade and stuff, how to learn and stuff. I mean, you just have to write a lot of things down so you can remember. So if you don't write anything down, then there is no way that you gotta remember oh, I'm supposed to do this or I'm supposed to do that. Write everything down. Keep a journal. Write everything down. I would start if you're a complete beginner, know nothing about trading, right? Start by familiarizing yourself with phrases, what we say, consolidation. What's that? Oh, it's market going sideways. It's all going, they're not have decided which way they want to go, up or down. So they're just all going sideways. They're just, consolidating the price. So, what's break a structure? What's that? Well, it's a structure that has been previously broken. It's either the low or the low or the high. So when there's drops, right? If I create this arrow, actually here, hold on. If I do this, instead of seeing candlesticks, if I just do line, right? And you see this low in here, you see this? And then when the market drops, right? When the market drops, it goes lower than this low. See? Right here. It went lower than this low. It went even lower than that. That means it broke this structure. It broke this structure right here of this low. It broke that structure. So that's break a structure. So that's why sometimes you'll see we mark it as BOS. Let's say, and then some guys will actually set a line in here and they'll do this, right? So BOS means break of structure. So that's just where the break of structure is. So then you go to the right and you're like, oh, okay, so yeah, it did went down below this low and it did broken the structure. So that's just another confirmation that we use. Basically, we know when there's a break of structure, it's whatever banker's candle that we're seeing from, it basically confirms it. Basically confirms the sell. It confirms that is where they have to come in. That's where they have to come in to break even on their orders, and then drop from here. So which in this case, if I go back to the candles, what's the hollow candles? Oh, oof, no thank you. What's this? What's this line? Oh yeah. So this is where they like, this. Some people even like use this for like, buys and sells, and it doesn't work. I don't think it does because high and low. Look at that. This is like mind blowing. What the heck? Oh, like you have these. Now these do help. These do help to basically you can take advantage with them. So when it's going up like this, right? When it's going up like this, like for the trends, it always work for the trend. So like in here, right? Not you can take advantage of that by buying. Basically, when it starts to create its highs and lows, it goes down here and it goes up and breaks that, like, right? So basically here, after a break in the structure, right? You wait, like when they broken the structure up in here, right? And it's going up like this, you just wait and then you start seeing it go down. That's perfectly fine. So once it turns green again, then you can buy, right? When it turns green, you can buy, and then once it turns like red and stuff, you sell. So if you buy here and you sold there, you made some money. Then you wait again. Once it turns green, you buy, and then boom, you have like broken the structure on this level, right? Broken the structure, so you still hold in a position. You buy, right? Then it went down here, then started, and then it turned green, red, like in here. Then you close it here, and then again you wait, turns green, boom, buy. So you have first trade, second trade, third, and actually 5 trades. So 5 trades off of this nice uptrend. Then drops again, turns green. You buy from here, right? Then close it here once it turns red. So, and then again, it drops down. It's all red. It turns green, boom, buy. So like in here, so you'd be selling from there, and then now it's in here. So then whenever it starts to pull up a little, you wait, then it turns red, you sell. So like let me find some pair, and I'll show you the example. Basically, it is more like a gambling example, but because with these, this is like to understand. Basically, you can make the strategy like profitable, except you're not using any confirmations at all, which means you don't have no like confirmations like to go off of. So you only have one thing. Like when this turns red, you sell. When it turns green, on an uptrend, you buy, which is not the way you're supposed to trade. So, but this is what I prefer. I prefer the candles and stuff. I understand them better. So I know what's happening here. And it's like this one's about to mitigate. Let me check the second trade I had. Okay, so it double mitigated it here, which means it tested it twice, right? Double mitigation means it tested it twice. So that's why, like I said, write down what the terms are. So when I say something you don't understand, you be like, okay, well, let me look at my journal. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, cool. See, it helps you make your trading easier for yourself. Don't overload yourself just because you didn't keep track of all the phrases, or you didn't learn no phrases. Let's see what this one. It's getting closer. It's basically at the entry now. It's almost there. So we'll see what it does. I think the second trade I have in here might actually stop me out, but that's okay. I mean, like I said, I would actually prefer if I had more losses than wins, because that would make my point even stronger, because it would just prove that even with so many losses, it doesn't matter. Like, you're still making money. Can you prevent the losses? Yes, you can. But for this example, see, like right now, since I made this first win like in here, right? That's 5%. When I was back in, when this market was like in here, I could have just closed in a position, right? 2-to-1. So like somewhere on this low candle, that would be what? That would be 2-to-1. So I could have closed it and made 2% more, which I would be at 7%. And then this trade, I wouldn't even, since it's not even in, I don't even have to take them, right? I can just delete them and that's it. And that saves me a potential loss or potential like a winner and stuff. So I don't have to take any of these two, and I did not have to close it like in here. So did not have to keep it open like in here. I could have just closed it and done and made some money, and that's it, right? Pay with 7% for the whole night, right? So, but that's like even 3% or 2%. There's no way I'm gonna end up with 2% from today. If I take this straight, I will delete this one. Right. If this one gets active first, I will delete that one, and then most I can lose today is 1, 2 trades. That's it. With winning one trade, I'm still making 3%, and that would be $3,000. And and as long as my session been like going, which is like almost 1 hour, it's 58 minutes like long, and out of 58 minutes, I would end up making what? See, I can close this one when it hits 1-to-1 and just be done with it. So let's say we did this. We did 1-to-1 right there. So whenever this, whenever the market will come up and hit this, it will give me 1-to-1. So I'll just do that instead and close this position, and I won't have you like wait for like another hour or so. So we'll see. Whenever it hits 1-to-1, I'm done. That means from the winning trade and this 1-to-1, I would make 6% total. And then I will also close these two trades if they're not active after I make 1-to-1. So if I make 1-to-1 here and I close this trade and these aren't still active, then I can just delete them. Okay. So let's see what it does. Like I said, at this point, basically just wait. Once you're in the trade, all you have to do is wait. So the first trade, that was just too fast. It went down like a fucking rock falling down the cliff. It just went down, and I was like surprised and stuff because like how quickly that was. It just 8 minutes and it was done. 8 minutes and it was like 5-to-1. So let's see what this one does. If it stops me out or if it hits my target. Either way, I'm not losing more than I'm winning. So if anything, this trade would give me 1-to-1 profit, which means $1,000 profit. If I'm risking 1% here, I'm making 1%. So that's what I'm going 1-to-1. So, and it can probably go even lower up here, and eventually we'll go back to where my 5-to-1. I don't care because I'll just hit 1-to-1, close my position, and I'm done. And then looks like this one, this one's in profit now. Came all the way to the pip. Very cool. Super accurate entry. All the way to the pip. Which means it basically no drawdown. Basically, game got me in with no drawdown and went back up. And this one, I might actually do 2-1 in this one. Like, why not? Yeah, we'll just do 2-1. Be done. I don't even have to wait as long. And then I delete this one. Since this one's already active, I can delete that. So. And this one's almost done, basically. Look at that. A massive candle up. Let's see about the second one today. Oh, that's it. Right there. It hit my 1-1. So this trade is done. This is a win. And the last trade is right here. So let's wait for this one. So far with 6%. This trade would give me 2% gain, would be 8% total. So all I have to do right now is just sit back and wait. It looks like there's like 10 seconds left for this candle. And that's it. Less than 10 seconds and it's done. That's it. 2%. 2% gain here. 1% gain here. And 5% gain there. That's it. That's 8% gain for the whole night. And that's basically how it's done. So, in conclusion, banker scandal without any confirmations at all does work. Okay? So, it just all depends on you which banker scandal you take. So, if you take a crappy one, it's not going to work. So you basically have to know which one you're taking. So basically, in my mind, I already confirmed everything because I know what to look for. So so like with this trade, let's say, right? Like with this winning trade, let's see. Number one, what I have here is all going sideways. It's all going sideways, right? Boom, huge move down, breaking this structure and breaking all of these structures, collecting all of the stop losses in here. All right. Then I know for sure there is the laddering candle before this huge move down is right here. This big one. I do like big one. I don't like the small one. I do like the big one. That's nice, clean. There's more volume here, which means they have to break even here. So on that level. So then I mark it up with my fib. I know already that that candle is in the fib like 100%. So from the high to the low, and if I draw my box, so that's my zone right here, that the one that banker scandal has to be in. And let's see, if I drag it to the left, our banker scandal falls into that box. So that's confirmed. So that's done. Break a structure. Yes, we have break a structure down here, below this low and below these lows. Last candle up right there. Fib retracement, we're already done that. Imbalance, yeah, there's some imbalance in here. And the only thing I don't have is engulfing pattern, but I do have this little one, but that's not the one I'm going from. So if I go to, yeah, it's still, that's the only thing that I don't have, but it's a good size. So the only way I would need engulfing like pattern is because if you have a nice big candle and something like this, now this is engulfing pattern here, but I do have this engulfing pattern in. So if I combine all these candles together into this one, into this big one, then yeah, I'm gonna have engulfing pattern here. And at that point, all I had to do was just set my sell limit at the bottom of this candle, of the banker's candle, and then set my stop loss at the top, which I did, and wait. And as it started to go up, boom, got me in, dropped 8 minutes. I'm out with 5-1. So great. That's that. Then this trade, same thing here. You have all this, consolidation like and stuff. You have this massive break of structure, all these lows, collecting all of them like stop losses. Then I knew for sure last green candle up is right here. I take that one, which it came into it with this big ass move. Boom, got me in here. And it dropped, came back in. I take the second trade in here, and that's it. It got me out all the way to the pip with 1-1. Otherwise, if I would have held this trade all the way to 5-1, I would have lost on it, but I didn't. So because I closed at 1-1 and I made 1%. So that's good. And then with this one, which it went even higher, but that's okay, no problem. I took 2-1. Same thing here. I have this nice little downtrend in here. I have this massive candles up, breaking all these structures. And then I find out this last candle here, massive imbalance. I mean, huge imbalance. Engulfed candle for sure. You put this all together. This candle would engulf that one. So that's that. Fib. I could probably do my fib from here to wick. And it is super close to it. So it's good enough to take. I mean, it is super close. It's literally like right there. So I would definitely take that. And of course, it came with the massive red candles down. I mean, look at that massive volume, which literally like showing you that the bags are going to break even. So they came to the pip, got me in, and then boom, took off with one. From my entry to my profit target was 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So 3 minutes it took for me to make to the one. And that's it. And as I was saying, I could take this here off of this candle. You have this nice little box. You have massive break of structure. It comes up, mitigates that candle, drops. That's it. But I'm not gonna take. That trade, and I will just walk away for the night with 8%, and that's it. As simple as that. So that's basically it. I mean, there's like really nothing complicated about this. Once you know what you're looking for, it becomes super easy. Like it becomes ridiculously easy. You just have to wait and basically hold on a second, guys. So, but yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I really hope that showed you how this strategy works a lot better than gambling, a lot better than guessing or like retail trading. So if you want to learn the strategy, I can I can recommend you to the group of people that taught me, but it does come with a membership. You do have to pay every month to learn this. So, is it worth it? Yes, it is. But if you know exactly what you're doing, like if you learned everything, like right, like you don't really have to stay like a member and stuff. You don't. I mean, I'm not, but I do plan to join again sometime later. I don't like. Truth to be told, I don't like the new indicator. I mean, I used it for a while, yes, and it did work like 100%, like super awesome indicator, right? But I just don't like the way it is because your stop loss is like massive. I mean, huge. It's it's just not something for me. Okay, so that indicator is not for me, and it's like targets. Sure, there are some people taking huge targets, but recommended target is only for, is only 2 to 1, which is, I mean, you have to wait from having a like stop loss that big, and then have to wait like 2 to 1. There's just no point, there's no point to do that. So, like, if you had indicator, let's say that the indicator pops up somewhere like in here on this candle, and yes, it is within the rules, and like you take an entry here, you take it stop at the bottom. Now we taking an indicator, your entry would be there, your stop loss would be here at the top, and look at that, look at the difference. And then 2 to 1, you might get the 2 to 1, yes, but look at the difference. Massive stop loss, like huge. It's probably like 10, 12, or maybe. Okay, so 5 pips versus let's say 2 pips versus 2 pips, and you have all of, like, I don't know. It's just not. I don't really like the way it is. I like having my stop loss small. I like to get 5 to 1 instead of 2 to 1. So it's not that I'm greedy, like, or anything. I don't really like that. And then, like, you chart gets all with shit ton of indicators, like lines, and no thank you. I like this. I like clean chart, nothing on it. So if it works for people, I'm great that it works for people. Like, it's good that it works for them. I'm like, I'm happy for them. But I don't like it. So I don't like that. It's just not for me. It confuses the fuck out of me. There's too many lines running. You don't know which candle you're taking, but then you remember it's not the candle that you're really taking. It's basically the indicator, like, telling you the area to take it from. But yes, you're still enter by closing of the candle. Yes, I get that. But you're still taking the whole area as your stop loss, and it's not something that I like. So, and only to get 2 to 1. I mean, with the smart money is a lot better strategy, a lot more. It's a tougher strategy to learn. Yes, instead of just waiting for the freaking signal and then take the trade. Yeah, it's super fucking simple. Like, anybody can really do that. And that's basically why it's designed to make people, like, to have people like make money right away, kind of like in a week or two, like, because it's just that simple. So, but for me, I don't like it. I like this strategy better. It makes me work for it. Makes me work for the trade. I think it feels like more that I do the work and then I get the reward of making a win. And I show that I can see myself improving by, like, realizing, oh shit, like, how did I know to take this trade right here? Like, how did I know that? Well, using that strategy, I knew it and I marked everything up, and boom, I got a win. So, but like with a quick turn, like you just wait. I mean, yes, there's some confirmations you have to have and shit like that. I get it, but it's just not that. I don't think it's. I don't think it's better than smart money. Like if we had not really like a competition and stuff, but let's say a competition, like right, what we had a smart money trader, like the banker scandal trader versus a quick turn, who can make more money, like who can profit more. I'm pretty sure it will be the smart money. Pretty sure. Instead of taking like 2-to-1 trades and stuff, you got 2 trades at 5-to-1. Boom, you'd be taking like 5 trades, actually 10 trades to even get the same results that I got. We only taking 2 trades. So taking 10 trades and making 10,000 versus taking 2 trades and making 10,000. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I like smart money better. I don't care for the quick turn. I don't just like seeing the charts and stuff that people had, and like I don't know, just so fucking confusing. It's like your job like, is to be clean trader, not complicated trading with all these lines and shit like that. Just no, like I mean, it ruins the whole idea like of teaching us smart money, but then switching to the quick turn and like confusing people what the hell it is, and like so then they try and shift to the quick turn because a lot of them just want to make a lot of money, and I don't know. I mean, I love the smart money strategy, and there's no way that I would have fucking changed myself to trade the quick turn indicator. No way. I tried it, and yeah, I made a lot, but I realized later on it wasn't really for me. So, um, but I do plan to join a community again. And the community I am talking about is the um, Abundance Trade House. So that's where I learned this strategy. That's like basically that's where I learned to trade this. Like I knew how to trade before. Yeah, I was trading like order blocks, which is basically this, except just not the refined. But I was trading basically the area itself. So I didn't trade. I didn't know about the banker scandal. So I just knew the order block itself by the like the highs and stuff. And you still had a break of structure. You still had imbalance, but all that engulfing. So it just instead of having a box in here, this area, I just now I have a candle in there. So that I improved it by just simplifying it, and it's been a one hell of a journey and stuff trading. That it definitely worked. So, but I'm done right now, and if there's guys that want to jump on Zoom on Discord and stuff, I mean we can still do it, but I would need to know like in the next like hour like or so. That way I don't make other plans because if they don't want to have Zoom, then we're not gonna we're not gonna have then I can just plan for other stuff to do like around here and stuff. So or to start scanning at like 11 o'clock for my own trades on here because that's when I would start trading. Um, but yeah, so ow, my table. So I guess that's it for tonight. If they do plan to have to have a Zoom session, then I can join for that. If not, then that's perfectly fine. So I mean, I would prefer everybody like all of us to be like in the Zoom session. That would be cool. instead of like one or two people, that way we can ask questions. They can do they can go about their trades, what they took, and basically their review of this week on the trades that they took, and possibly outlook for the next week trades. So, but I don't really have any because I don't scan ahead too much on a higher time frame. I don't. I trade 1 minute. Basically, what's happening now, I see and I mark it up. I still, most of my trades are basically buy limits and sell limits. I don't do any. I don't open trades right away. I don't. My trades get activated after seeing this one. The market was still in here, and I marked it straight up, and I waited, and then it came in, it got me in, and dropped. So I didn't have to in a trade. So I set my sell limit. Basically, it comes up here. It will activate my trade by itself, and I don't have to, open anything. So it's already set. So once I say that, I'm in the trade. So that's it. I don't think opening trades using market execution makes you a better trader. I don't think it does, because that just proves me that you're kind of chasing the market, even though you could be trading a strategy and you can open a trade by itself, but manually open a trade. But if you're not chasing the market and you just let the market come to you, which basically what this means, setting sell limits and buy limits and waiting for the market to come into your trade, you're not chasing the market. It basically tries to keep up with you. So it basically you set your trade ahead, a couple minutes ahead, maybe hours ahead. All depends how quickly it'll come to your to your pending order. So if it comes right away, great, you can be in a trade. If it doesn't, then just wait even more. But that's what trading is about. I can't really stress enough, to tell people they try to trade and they try to scan and they try to take trades right away, and I'm like, what are you doing? You want to know what I do throughout at least 90% or 80% of my time, when I'm on charts, you know what I do? Is what? I'm I just wait. He's wait for what? Well, I mark up, I set my pending, and I wait. So which means I scan, right? I do my markup, scanning and marking up my chart, at least 5% on my time, right? And then I set my pending order. That's another 5%, and I wait for the other 80%. Or 90%, 90% of the time for the market, to come to me instead of me chasing it. So there's no reason to chase it. Let it come to you. If you know how to trade, which this would define you as a proper trader, and a professional trader, that you actually you're not. See, when I took this win, I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't jumping out of my seat, celebrating, and it's just another trade. So what? It's a win. Okay. It doesn't make me not humble. It doesn't make me greedy or kind of too entitled. No, it doesn't make me that. It's just I know that emotions have nothing to do with trading. for gamblers, fuck yeah, that's all you see. I mean, you see his emotions. You see people crying, "Oh, I lost so much," to punching their freaking computer screens, and like, they throw in everything, like, or like when they win, they jumping out of the seat, screaming yes, and throw their hands in the air. Like, who gives a shit if you want to trade? Like, so what? It's just another trade. Move the fuck on, take another trade. That's it. Like, there's no emotions. You don't see me going crazy right now. No, it's just another trade. That's it. Just move on. You took a trade, and like, you're making a living out of this. You have to be used to take a trade, take a loss. So what? Like, your winning trades are going to be greater anyway. So there's no point to get all mad and cranky and all, swearing and yelling and crying and like crossing your fingers. Like, when you cross your fingers to trade, oh god, what are you even doing in this business? Like, that's not a place for you. There's no, like, you're in me sitting with my fingers crossed and stuff, waiting for my trade to play out. That never happens. Like, because I don't have to do that. I can just trust my strategy, trust the process, and let it all, like, plays out for itself. Like, if it wants to hit my target and stuff, then it does hit my target. If it doesn't, and I make other win and I take this loss, okay, so what? I still make 4%. Like, people judge other traders on if they win. Oh yeah, it's cool, it's nice. But then when they lose, then they're the worst trader. They shouldn't be trading. They should, like. It's like, this is what drives me basically, like, to trade. It's just there's other people that are like, basically, like, if I make a post on Facebook and nobody like reacts to it, so what? I'm not making it for them. I'm not. So I just, like, I'm proud of my trade. I posted my results on my page, on my timeline. I didn't post it on anybody else's, did I? No, which means I don't care what other people think of me trading. It's my business. That's it. It's not theirs to, to tell me how to do it or when to do it, or like, because if they would have been telling me how to do this, oh god, this would not be. I would not have all these accounts. There's no fucking way. There's no way. So there's just no freaking way. Otherwise, it wouldn't be good if somebody else would tell me how to trade. I mean, I can like look at their strategy and find out if it can work for me. If it doesn't work for me, then no, I'm not. I can just take a trial and see if it works. But if it doesn't, then there's just all right. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Really hope you guys enjoyed the session. If anybody did watch it, really hope you did enjoy it and saw how the strategy works. So if you're interested to learn, reach me on Facebook, and I'll direct you to the team that taught me how to trade. And then you can discuss all the details with one of the like current members up there who enrolls people. So if not, I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you guys in another session.